All right, fresh off of after. My bad. Even the pros up. All right, fresh off of his victory over Immortals and capping off a 3-0 weekend. It's Flyquest bot laner Tomo joining me. Tomo, congratulations. Young Frank, this is what he's going by from here on out because he just rolled over the other team. Yeah, can you change your name? We're gonna officially put it into Commissioner Greeley being Fly Young Frank. That would be sick. A sick name as long as you don't swap rosters. Tell me, how does this feel for you, especially after everything that's happened this week?
3-0 definitely feels great. I think after our win versus C9, we had like the confidence and motivation to finish out the rest of the week with like a really high. So glad we got the 3-0.
Now, tell me, did you believe that you were getting the 3-0 before this game happened, or was it like, man, it would be great to get a 3-0?
I don't think anyone on our team was worried about Iron 2, to be honest. I think we knew what we were getting into, so we just played our best, and we were just a better team on the day.
I wanted to dive into your development just a little bit, just because you spent time over at Cloud9 Academy, but before that, you'd been bouncing around multiple amateur rosters and finding different homes, and then finally stuck over on Cloud9, the organization. Talk to me through that journey and what that was like. Did you have any hardships? Did you have any realizations like, no, I belong, or times where you're like, maybe sure, working at McDonald's would be better, and maybe not McDonald's, but you know what I mean, getting a full-time job would be better?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I think when I joined C9 initially, when I was in collegiate, so like I moved from collegiate to C9, I got scouted by Diamond actually, like because I was the highest ranked in solo queue for ADC. That's like a free agent. So he just asked me in Discord, like, you want to play? Because he has some visa issues. I was like, oh sure, like why not? So after the semester ended, I went to C9 for summer split of 2020. So I played there, and at first I felt like I had like some crazy imposter syndrome because they were fresh off like their spring split win, right? Like they won academy and they won LCS. So I was just like information overload, and I didn't really know like what was happening when people were like reviewing. So it was pretty intense for me at first, for sure. And I think like some days I even mental wound because I got flames radar for feeding, but I think it's much better now for sure. I think after C9, after summer split ended, I went to boot camp in KR, played it for like a little over a month, and I think I got pretty good after. In spring, I joined Flyquest. I got an opportunity to play in the academy again, so I was grateful for that. I think in spring, I felt more confident in my play, for sure. I felt like I was just like one of the best ADs in the academy, so I was pretty confident in myself, and this was a pretty good support, so we were just linking the ball every game.
Was there a moment like that you felt like you arrived, or because you said, hey, I had imposter syndrome? So many people across anything they do has imposter syndrome. Do you remember that's like the exact moment or around the time where you're like, I actually belong here, and I know I do?
Yeah, for sure. I think definitely in spring, when me and James were just shit on every single line, like in sprints and in official matches, like I just felt like, damn, we're like really good as a balling. But we weren't like the best at playing around the map, like so we didn't really do so hot in spring, but in summer with the switch up of supports, I think we have more team cohesion together, and like we actually know how to play the map better, so we're actually finding greater success.
Well, next week you have basically death's row of teams to play. I believe you play all the top teams. You play TSM, 100 Thieves, and Evil Geniuses. What do you do knowing that, hey, this week we had one tough match that we knew we needed to get through? Next week, there are no easy ones.
I mean, our confidence is at an all-time high for sure, because obviously we just 0-3 LCS after like a week of LCS scrims, which also went pretty well. So I think we just keep playing our game, and we'll hopefully find success.
All right. Well, how do you want you and Diamond to be remembered as a bot lane? Because you guys have been dominant. This last game, the Immortals spent a lot of resources down on the bottom side of the map, though.
Yeah, for sure. When we were doing our scouting, we were like, oh, Zerk say only go top lane, guys. Only go top lane. So I was like, oh, nice. I get to play a game for once. But actually, Flyquest just came out like every single timing. So, you know, I didn't have the most enjoyable time for sure. And I definitely could have avoided some ganks, but I think it'll be all right. I think hopefully I won't be weak side anymore because every single game I played on stage in LCS, I've been path away from, and I had a leash share game. So definitely like didn't feel like I ever got to actually 2v2 the lane or like get resources in my lane. So hopefully I get like a good showing next week, especially against like really good bot laners like Foster, FBI, Huhi. Yeah.
You know, that's kind of where I wanted to close this out at. Given the fact that you've played and dominated in Academy, you guys were sitting second place by the time you all got moved up. How do you rank yourself among bot lane AD carries?
In LCS?
Yes.
Honestly, I'm not too sure because we've only scrimmed like 3 LCS teams so far. But I'd say like right now maybe middle of the pack or like high middle of the pack. I think VENN's still really good. IPI is really good. Attacker was pretty good. So maybe like top 4, top 5 is my goal this way.
Hey, not bad after only playing 3 games this week in your full-time starter position. Obviously, you had the opportunity to bump on up earlier in the season, but now with this full-time start, you guys go 3-0. Things are looking great for Flyquest. Things are great looking for you in your development. Tomo, congratulations on the win and best of luck for the rest of the year.
Thanks, man.
Young Frank, everybody. Young Frank!